Good morning and welcome back to the Pony Place. Today is a very exciting day. We will have our first big pony ride gig. We're going up the road, but before we leave, there's a couple things we need to keep in mind. Now, this isn't going to be a how-to run your first event, but I will include as many tips as possible to help you get started on your own journey if starting a pony ride business is something you would like to do. The first thing I'm going to recommend is that you check the air in your tires of your truck and your trailer and hitch up the night before. It just makes things so much easier the day of. We also brought water, as you can see in the back of the truck, because we don't really know what we're walking into at an unfamiliar venue. Now, I will say that I did go to the venue a couple days beforehand to make sure it was safe for the ponies. I do this with every outing. As you can see, we have a lot going on in the trailer. We have fence panels and posts. We have our signage right back there. We have a tent in case it rains and for shade, decorations for the ponies, and don't forget to bring things to clean up after them as well. These are our corral panels, and we just want to make sure that we can keep them safe no matter where we are going. We also brought some extra hay, of course. All set for a fun day. But there's more stuff in the truck. You can see I have some of the tack. Excuse the mess. We have some water and snacks for Nick and I, and some more signs. I'll give you some close-ups on these later. So we have our just generic, pony place sign so that people know who we are, first of all. That's really important if people want to find you later to hire you for other events. Also, we want to be really clear about pricing. I have had a lot of people think that my pony rides are free. I've had some people take a pony ride and then walk away, and I'm too busy to realize until they're gone that they never paid for their pony ride. So I try to be really clear now up front. These are not free. Also, you don't want to sell yourself short. These events are a ton of work, a lot more than you would think. So make sure that you're also advertising your other services to make it more worth your while. Each one of these pony ride kids could be a potential client for the future. So you want to keep that in mind. Then we got the trailer ready. As you can see, we didn't get it too ready, but we want to make sure the ponies have snacks for the way, and also that we have trailer ties. This makes unloading especially a lot easier on us. Don't mind my husband. Because it is summer, we could get up nice and early and bathe the ponies the same day as the event so that they didn't have a chance to ruin all of our hard work. I know some people can bathe them the day before and keep them in stalls overnight, or you'll see those stretchy horse slinkies. They put them in their PJs before they go to bed, but we were able to keep it a lot simpler just by getting up a little bit earlier and hosing them off that day. I was really thankful that I had my husband Nick around to help me, especially because I have a lot of new ponies this year and I didn't know how they were going to react to the hose. JoJo is a pro though. She's such a good girl. She's got that gorgeous blonde mane and tail. It's called flaxen, so it does require quite a bit of maintenance. Then we have Mr. Acorn, and he got the purple shampoo to make his white markings really stand out. Please enjoy the ambiance of the rest of our bathing. okay. The 3 ponies that we are taking to the event are all bathed and ready to go. Now, I also recommend tacking up at home. We didn't have a whole lot of time after bathing, so I was rushing a little bit, but we still got the saddles on and they can dry in the trailer on the way. Loading up is always one of those guessing games where we think they're all trained and ready to go, but there's always a little question mark in the back of our minds. Is everyone going to load up today? Come on, Acorn. There he goes. What a good boy. Yeah, sometimes Duchess decides she doesn't want to get on, and then it's an extra half hour before the event. So I was just a little bit nervous about this. I decided to take Acorn back off and put Duchess in the front. And she loaded right up. It's a lot better for her if she just sees an open trailer and lots of room. All right, then we got Mr. Acorn in there again. Another no problem loading up. And they do seem to like to poop right when they get on the trailer. I know you know what I'm talking about if you're a horse owner. So we scooped it out right away. Might as well while we're still at home. So funny. I thought maybe Princess Jo would be more likely to get on the trailer if it was nice and clean. Just kidding, but you know how us girls can be. All right, it's time for Jo. Come on, Jo. She would not load when we got her, so she still takes some encouragement to get on. It's okay. You're always going to come back home, pretty girl. And she went right on too. And of course, then she has to poop when she gets on the trailer. They do get a little bit nervous, but I can't blame them. If I was being shoved in a little dark box, I might get a little bit nervous too. This summer, we have planned many outings with the ponies so that they can become more comfortable with trailering. If it's something you only do with your horse when you're moving barns or doing something else that might be stressful for them, they're not going to want to get on. We always make sure that when we're leading horses at pony rides, if they don't have a bit in their mouth, we use a rope halter. You don't want to use a standard halter as it doesn't have enough power when you need it. So we use thin rope halters like this one just to make sure we have enough control. I forgot to mention that part of the reason why I was so comfortable tacking them up at home was because this event was only between 5 and 10 minutes away from our house. So they weren't going to be in a hot trailer with their tack on. Good girl, JoJo. She came right out and was looking around. It's just a lot easier to tack them up if it's a short trip because they won't be nervous and in a new place. And then you're trying to get the girth on and trying to get the saddle pad on, and it's a lot more overwhelming for the horses than if they're being tacked up in a familiar environment. Now, thank goodness this event had a really nice quiet place for the ponies to just stand, be away from people, and rest while they're tied up. Acorn seems excited. He is so adorable how he prances around, showing off already. JoJo's such a good girl standing there. She doesn't move her feet around a lot, even here in a new place. She's just such a calm and wonderful horse to work with and be around. So easy. Now here comes the big one. Dutchy Woodles. Come on, girl. Aw. Now, I was nervous about how Duchess would respond in this environment because Duchess came from... Come on, stop eating. She's probably a stress eater. Duchess came from a not-so-good place. She was headed to slaughter when we picked her up, and she'd been auctioned off before then. So I'm always curious and a little bit nervous about how she's going to respond to being in the trailer and being at a new place. So we try to be extra reassuring with her. It's kind of funny because we're used to driving places in cars, right? But unless they've been conditioned to being in a trailer and going new places from the time that they're young, it's just really unnatural for them. Wow, though. They look so wonderful. Look at the tinsel in Duchess's mane. And the sparkles in her tail. She looks like a mermaid horse. And Jojo, a little princess unicorn. I was thankful she let me put that giant flower in her tail. Just such a tolerant horse. And of course, our superstar Acorn with his Elvis hairdo. All ready to go. And this is what our setup looked like at the event. Really, really simple. Since it's our first event, we didn't have a corral. So we just used a little electric line, of course not electrified, but it's a visual barrier for the horses. And you want to make sure you can pick out a nice flat spot to do your pony rides in. We had so much fun. I really couldn't take video while I was doing pony rides, but we did take a lot of pictures. So please enjoy a slideshow of us enjoying the event with the ponies. It was so successful. People absolutely loved them, and they absolutely loved people. It was just a good experience for everyone involved. I even got to introduce Joe to a bouncy house. Look at that girl. She is fearless. I had to play some tricks on her too. Just, see if she'd stick her head in the bouncy house and all of that. She didn't really want to. I tried to coax her in, but to no avail. That's okay. I also had a lot of fun goofing off with Duchess. There was a band playing, and by that point we were finished with pony rides, so I could just relax with Duchess and let her know that she was safe and I wasn't going to leave her. She was very clingy to me at this event, neighing whenever she couldn't see me, and I wanted to be reassuring to her and let her know, hey, this is a partnership that is hopefully for the rest of her life. She's never going anywhere. All of our ponies are such treasures. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's episode and coming with us on our first pony ride adventure. Please like this video and subscribe for next week's adventure. Who knows what we're going to get up to at the pony place?